Alright, if I've got no time to dilly-dally, then I'm starting the challenge right away. So what I'm trying to do here is use a controller, not the regular control scheme on the PC, to finish 6 islands in 30 minutes. Strategies to do so, always take hop fields early because they can go down beside statues like this. Brewery can be placed afterwards, and you're immediately done in that building pack. Brickmaker packs are better than seaweed farm packs because sand pits are worth like 15 points usually. Usually, if you play them outside of the range of each other than they are. Let's get a brickyard in between these guys. I know that was played for 4 less points. It does not matter. We are just going for speed. City pack is probably better than the seaweed farm pack. Kind of unsure, but start spamming some buildings down beside it. Hope that I can get there pretty soon. Lumber pack is going to be easier to play. So just spam 2 buildings down there. Let's get our free city center down. Place some mansions beside it, and we're to the next island. Okay, so last time I tried using travel boons on Island 6 to instantly skip to the last island. I think it's the only boon that's in the pack that has been removed from the pack, which makes sense. They don't want you to be able to like advance really quickly. I thought it would be something really cool where you could like shoehorn it into your last island if you're particular with your boon draws, but it didn't pan out. It didn't pan out. So I do just have to actually complete 6 islands in that amount of time. What ate up the most amount of time last time was over planning my lava island because it was just filled with hexagons. So it was so hard to figure out where I needed, or like how much space was left per building. I had an idea of where one could go, and then, oh no, it's on a ridge. Can't play it anymore. Okay, brewing pack, please. Thank you. We'll grab a hop field. Place 2 down here, brewery down beside it. We're going to play the brewery a bit further out of range than normal so that another brewery can be played down without losing any points. We take a brickmaker pack first because those are better, and we see 3 hop fields, and we are very happy to see 3 hop fields. So they all just get to go down there, and then we're already to the next pack. We'll take a seaweed farm pack over a city pack. Then next up is just sand pits in this area somewhere. I guess I shouldn't do that for all of them. I should do it only for some of them. 13 is good enough. We're looking for masons and, ooh, a seaweed farm pack. So if I get 2 seaweed farms early, I'll usually just place them beside each other so that I can get a lot of points off of fields like this. A bit hard to line up if I'm not seeing it. Get that done. Okay. And then masons are going to go down beside all of my sand pits so that my brickyards can also go down beside all of my sand pits. So 1, 2... Let's get a sand pit facing those brickyards for 14 points. Let's put down our terrace for free, basically. Lumber pack is easier to play. Lighthouse is easier to play. And then a hop field over here beside my brewery. And then just more masons down beside the brickyards. Seaweed fields down over here for double points. And then I'm out of here. Now I'm going to select 2 boons real quick just to see if there's any bad ones. Those 2 are very good. I want to save those boons for the future, so I'm not going to take them. I would love to see score multiplier on another level. If you're playing like a 100-point building, oh, that's 160 points. That's free. It's a little bit hard to use. Blossom, amazing if you have ad verdure, so you can just place shamans down there for 100 points each, like inside of a verdured area. So the next building, whenever you see temple in this challenge, don't take it. When you get to that point, it's a minus 75 points because it's so hard to build around city centers in like a dense residential area, you know? Sauna, oh, that's a large range building. It's very easy to place to get in range of trees. Brewing pack, yes, brewing pack. Okay. We'll play 2 down here. And I'll also play my brewery early because I think, yeah, it does fit onto here. It's just a little bit difficult too. Brickmaker pack because it's easy to play. 15 points. Come on, 15 points. And then this one isn't worth as much. Is it 10 points enough? I should double up on some of my sand pits. This one seems like the prime candidate for it. There we go. Brickyard down here. Maybe a brickyard can go up above it, but I'm not really thinking it can. 2 hop fields will get us to the next round, I believe. I can't tuck a hop field into there. That's fine. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's still Island 3. I shouldn't be worried too much about how like I'm playing this island. We're hoping for another seaweed farm here. We don't get it. We'll play 3 masons down wherever we think brickyards are going to go in the future. So like there's good enough. Brickyard can now go down beside all those masons. Sand pit beside those brickyards. And even if they're worth a small amount of points, it's still fine to play them because those buildings will scale other ones in the future. Like this. And then the lumberjacks like to go up here. Let's get those guys down. And then a sawmill down beside those lumberjacks. We don't need to be too worried about space. Again, this is only Island 3. We don't need to heavily plan our island. Lighthouses are easy to place for points, so we'll get that down. here is good enough. We know where the sawmill should go. It should be beside the lumberjacks. We know that this lumberjack should be beside the sawmills. We know that the brewery should be up here, but on the other side, so it doesn't hit the other brewery. That doesn't happen. Okay, so it goes down anyways. Wheat fields should always go down beside the statue because they're worth an extra 5 points there. Our hop fields can go a bit further away. Our mill can go down after this. We take a shaman, and I already see a good set of flowers that it's beside, but it's in between the masons there. I think that you can get it onto the corner here. It'll block a bunch of rays. No. Okay, then we're placing it down here instead. Ooh, oh. I think I fiddled around with that for too long to make it worth any points, but that's fine. We'll place 2 seaweed farms here so that we can just start placing a bunch of fields down beside each other for double points. Let me zoom in so I can get this done quicker. You don't fit. You do. That's fine. That's fine. You are good enough. You are good enough. Okay. I can finally take a city pack. Let's also grab... That is 3 city centers. Okay, so I'm just going to place them around this area so they're in range of the masons, but not each other. I can play one of them for 15 points. That's whatever. Sauna, I can probably get that down with how many lumberjacks I have. This should hit all of the lumberjacks. Yes, it does. I do see now that I have one other lumberjack that I could have played in time, but that's fine. We play this in range of as many city centers as we can, and we're just about done. So I would like to see some high point scoring buildings, like a plateau. That is one of them. So that I can place it down here for... Right, it's not as many because I can't get it into where the masons are. You can pick up some seaweed farms. You should be able to get me enough points to get to the end. Like, yeah, this is just a nice repeat location, and we're now to the next island. So let's see what boons we wouldn't want to take. It's just going to keep showing me score multiplier and blossom. I didn't know that. So, the boon draw order is static between all islands. This means that whenever I get into a hard island, I know that I'm going to be given blossom and score multiplier, and I'm just going to be taking blossom early on. What I would love to see is a verdure. I didn't get that last time. It is such a good early game building. It spawns a bunch of nature, your lumberjack scale off of it, your park scale off of it, a bunch of that kind of stuff. Okay? I see a cliff house area. Cliff houses don't score any kind of points. I see a temple. It doesn't score any points in this mode. Now, fortune teller. I said last time, I don't really want to take this building because it's not worth much. I sometimes have a lot of buildings in my building bar somehow. This is looking like a water platform area, so we're going to try spamming as many water platforms beside the ley line as I can, or in range of it. That doesn't work, so we're going to try getting it beside some trees, and that doesn't work either. So I think I am just going to build out space near the ley line so that other buildings can use this in the future. Let me do this instead. Build it a bit better. Brewing pack. This is great because hop fields love to be beside a statue, so I'm going to start placing them. Should I have started placing them on the other side? Probably, but we're going to run with what we've got. There's not enough space to put one on the inside. That is very rough. I also don't want to place a brewery up there because it's going to take up too much physical space from other buildings that are going to want that space, like my hop fields and my wheat fields. Is this an island that I take, score multiplier blossom on? I don't know if I'm going to have that much trouble with it, but I might have some. We'll see. Seaweed farm pack is still better than a city center. We're going to build out this water platform area so that it's prepped for the future. So that's dropping some amount of space, but that's fine. I'll build around it later. We'll put down 2 seaweed farms on top of this guy. I'm hoping for a second seaweed farm here, so we take a mason. Yeah, because then it keeps the building draws small, so that I have a higher chance of hitting these. So now I can just spam a bunch of seaweed farms around these 2 for double points constantly. I should be building on the other side first in case I grab another seaweed farm, and then I can get points from the seaweed fields, but I'm already committed to this set of buildings, so I'm just going to keep going with it. Lighthouse, that is very good around all of these seaweed farms, and hey, we got the 3rd seaweed farm that I was talking about that I should have been playing around, but this is good enough. We'll get all of those points, and maybe a few more doubles in between these guys. Yes, one more, no, that's good enough. It's still getting me doubles. Let's put a hop field down beside the statue. It's getting a bit far away now. Let's see what's next. We can grab a city pack or a lumber pack. Lumber packs are good. There's enough trees in this area to make it worth it. I'm not going to take that blossom until I see an ad verdure, so no boons used on this level either. And I don't think I'm going to need to at this rate. We can play all of these masons down beside the ley line to get more sealed boons for future islands, and then I can place, the brickyard down beside all of these masons. There is fine. This is good as well then. And then I would like to place some water platforms for warehouses or markets around this in the future. We'll take a farming pack because that's great, and a shaman to keep the draw low. I was hoping for more wheat fields so that I can get more 5-pointers up here. The lumberjacks aren't any good up here anymore. I'm still going to place them. I didn't try to undo. I actually tried moving over to my brickyard, but misclicked. There's another one. There's another basin. I do see that we no longer have space for plateaus here, which sucks. But again, we're running with what we've got. 3 wheat fields. 1. Come on, fit in. 2. Nice. Fit in. No full adjacency bonuses, but that's fine. It's taking up a small amount of space. A sawmill up here is good enough. A sawmill down here is good enough. A mill up top would be great. Oh, yeah, it is. And then a fisher. We've got a new set of wheat fields. I'm gonna place a fisher out here, sort of prepped and ready to go when I get city centers. Fishers scale off the city centers. Wheat fields is pretty good up here. Lumberjack is no longer good up here. I can probably just place it, yeah, like out here for more points. We are hoping for... I think I'm going to take a city pack the next time I'm given the option. That is a lot of seaweed fields, or seaweed farms. I am now ready to just play another set of doubles around this island, which is great, though. So now I actually have a use for all of my seaweed fields. Okay, flowers on which island? This one. That works. 19 points isn't great, but it's enough. We're getting pretty close to wanting to play our fortune teller. And yeah, there's no spot to get this beside all the masons, right? I'm not gonna... I guess I could shimmy it under the ground here a bit. That works. It's close enough. I'd want to get one more level before moving on. Or before using my fortune teller. Okay, so I'm gonna add buildings, then I'm gonna play my fortune teller here. 60 points. Yeah, that's enough. It's not too much, but it's enough. The city center should go down beside all the masons and the fisher. And then the fisher should go down beside that city center. That's good. Seaweed field gets placed over here for doubles. Come on, there you are. Sauna, that's a big point scoring building, and I'm only going to be deleting trees from here on out, so it's best to play now. Fisher still wants to go down beside... Yeah, that's fine. 16 points is enough. We can start spamming mansions down beside here for 9 or 10 points, but that doesn't feel like it's worth it enough. What other buildings are worth it, though? Up on my 5th seaweed farm. I guess I can play this guy for 20 points nice and quick. A mill is great. I would like to play it a bit further away, but I think I've shoehorned myself into playing both of them beside each other. Sawmill isn't going to be worth anything unless I play it on one of the water platforms, then continue playing water platforms from wherever the sauna or sawmill is placed. It's like here, yeah, they're worth 3 more points now. Not great, not terrible. No points for parks out there. I need to start placing some residential buildings if I want to progress through this level. Go, that works. Ooh, a warehouse over here. Oh, wait. The warehouse is supposed to be played like here, right? There's more on the other one, but that's fine. This guy is also just worth a lot of points. I can play him now, even before all the houses and mansions go down. And we're to the next island. Okay. Again, we're saving Blossom and score not and, just one of the two. I am saving Blossom for when I get an Adverger on a level because it's going to spike my score so hard that it is worth it to hold on for that long. I have 1 extra sealed boon. I will be using that on my final island to make it easier, and so that, I'll save it for my final island. I don't think I need to use it any earlier. Mountain Shrine is great for a lot of, points off of plants. Desert doesn't have many of those, so it's not great, but Aviary is such a bad building. I do only draw one of it when I see it, so it's not all bad. And fantasy, you see how it has a statue on it? That means that I get to play 3 statues at the beginning of the game. It's going to be a much quicker island. I'm losing the ability to play Mountain Shrine. I am gaining time. I'm gonna take the time. We're hoping for as many plants as we can see. I'm thinking about the 3 spots for where the statues go. 1 up top in the middle seems good to me. 1 down here to pick up some of the plants. Around here seems fine to me. And then where's the last one going to go? I could play this, yeah, out here. Okay, so then this is the last statue. I'm gonna play it beside this hill so that I can play all of my hop fields down beside it. And then my breweries can be up above and below it. Let's keep going on these hop fields. Still have more buildings in place, and now I can open up my new pack. Brickmaker, because I don't want to think about placing cities yet. I'm going to hold out on city pack for as long as I can. We're going to take a seaweed farm pack, so we're waiting as long as we can on placing cities. I think this is like some of the only sand on the level, so we'll get these buildings down here. 15 is good enough. Brickyards go down directly in between them. Here is good. We're looking for masons is another good option. We're really waiting on another seaweed farm, by the way. Hey, and look at that, where you get to open up the next pack. No seaweed farm yet. A lot more masons, though. I'm going to be really prepped and ready to go whenever I get any building that scores off of a mason. Like, a plateau behind these guys goes insanely hard. Let's get that seaweed farm down somewhere. We want to place it on a building, yeah, that can place seaweed farms all around it, so this works. And then 3 breweries. I can just start placing these guys. Yeah, for 48 points. 1. We want to get this guy out of range of the other one. 2. And then I'm hoping for this guy to be in range of all the hop fields. Oh, yeah, 3. That's 2 building packs right there. Do we have another seaweed farm? We have collected 1 other seaweed farm. I think I'm going to wait until I grab a 3rd one before I start sending these guys, though, before I ship it. Brickyard wants to go down beside all these masons for sure. Wheatfield will be played up top here, I believe. I'm going to wait on playing the mill, though. Lumberjack could also be played up here. They could be played in other areas, too, but I'm not going to overthink it. Shamans want to be played beside as many flowers as possible, so like along these ridges might be pretty good to score at points, or oh, down here in the corners. Yeah. I can play another one outside of its range in this corner, I believe. No, this corner right here. Okay, so it looks like we're playing houses beside this statue. Let's play some wheat fields up by this other statue where I previously started them. And we are going to take a fountain. We're going to hold on to our boons. This round is going to be easy enough with the 3 statues that I can hold on to Blossom for my last level, which feels very nice that I know exactly what I'm getting at the beginning. I would like to get, 1 more seaweed farm before I progress. So we're going to use this building to see if I get 1 more. If I don't, then I'm going to send it on my seaweed fields, because I don't really have any other building that's going to score. I would have loved to have gotten triple points off of these guys, but I don't think it's possible anymore. Guess I can wait on the other side for a bit longer. Let me place down a seaweed, or sorry, not a seaweed farm, a wheat field up here. Another lumberjack could go elsewhere. Let's play one, I guess here is good enough. It should be played with the other guys in hindsight. Still no extra seaweed farm. Up here is fine. Parks will want to be played beside some of the wheat fields, so I can get them up here. They don't want to be played beside the lumberjacks, though. This is good enough. Fountains want to be played beside some amount of parks, or residential buildings, which I'm not taking yet. Let's place down our sawmills, actually, beside our 3 lumberjacks here. 1, 2, and you'll often see me build triangles around buildings. If you triangulate the position, they'll stay out of range of each other. Plateau here is amazing. That is definitely where houses are going to go. It's also going to score me enough that I can hope to grab another seaweed farm still, and it's still not happening. There it is. Okay, now I can actually skyrocket in points. So this guy up here gets played. I know he's minus 24 for right now, but he's going to be worth a lot more as we play seaweed farms around him. This is 25. This is 25. This is 25. This is 25. This is 30. This is also going to be 30. Come on, get in there. And now these guys are almost all going to be worth singles from here. But we had a very good run while it lasted. That's not going to get any closer. Okay. And now I think I'm going to be ready to take a city pack if it's offered to me. Especially with, 2 plateaus prepped around here. The next pack that I get is going to city centers. And if I'm playing city centers, the fishers are going to want to be near them. So, like, this works. 7. I don't need to... Oh, it's hitting the other fisher. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't need to replace it. We're going to play a sawmill up here for points. It's going to hit one of the other sawmills, but that's fine. Play 2 wheat fields, and that will get us to the next round. Okay, city pack, and then we start playing residential buildings. We've got a city center as number 1. Playing it along this corner is fine. We'd rather play mansions up here since they'll scale off of both plateaus better. A tower for right now is fine. It might be better to play, houses and stuff first, but I don't need to consider that too heavily. Let's get fine. 22 points is enough. It's not good, but it's enough. I'll play a fortune teller right now. It's worth 84. That's great. What about you? Can you be played anywhere that's worth a lot? In this corner's enough. Yeah, 32 is great. And now with the warehouse beside all of these buildings, yeah, that's nice. I'm ready to place some mansions on top of this now. And I think with us being at 3/4 of the way, I don't need to worry as much about things. Another sawmill can go up top here. Probably not best for me to, like, consider playing the sawmill. I should just be playing other buildings for right now. What is it? Mills. Mills are going to get me a lot of points. So we'll triangulate the wheat field positions again. There we go. I should not have taken aviary. That's just a bad play. It's not going to make too much of a difference, I guess, but still. 16 points, and then 8 points enough. I don't want to consider where it's going to go. Terrace. Let's see how Asana scores in any of these areas. It's always going to be terrible. I don't have very many lumberjacks. Terrace should be played beside the plateaus here. A lot of base points, then I can play more houses on it, I guess. Yeah, houses are going to see the other plateaus. Zoom in, help myself out here. Could this be in range, or like, should I be playing these buildings while they're in range of a city center? Yes. Am I going to? No, it's going to be hard to conceptualize that. Or wait until I get that building, hold that space on in my head. Not even going to be playing that precious metal pack, I don't think. I don't want to play the aviaries, they're worth like nothing. I could just be playing some more parks. Where though? Here works? Set up a monument or a hermitage area. Oh, hold on, I'm like at no points until, yeah, I'm to the next round. Okay, so final round with 11 minutes. Last time I was here with 3 minutes, and last time I didn't have Blossom. What changed about this run? I got a little bit better at playing buildings quicker. I'm getting more used to the controls. I have made the decision to take a statue area, which just gets you so many points. Yeah, this is the last island, truly. What kind of islands are we looking at? Sacred rocks or desert? So desert gives you less trees with verdure, or just like less trees in general, so blossom is going to be worth less. Temperate usually has more trees than a desert, and in a more condensed area, blossom's better. Sacred rocks is really good to score early game points, which is what you want out of these challenges, because getting through the early game is difficult. Getting through the mid game is about just like staying alive, continuing to make good placements, and there is no late game in this when you're trying to get to Island 7. You're not worrying about that. One of the worst Sacred Rocks maps, but we'll just have to run with it. Brewing Pack is great. We're going to see if any of the Sacred Rocks are beside each other. They aren't. So we'll just start with one of the more difficult ones, because hop fields are very good at being played in like more precarious positions. This brewery can be played pretty far away. I don't know if I like that, though. Down here is probably a better area. Hop fields might not be in its range, but that's fine. I'm honestly going to take a City Pack early, just because City Packs are so good at cracking rocks. Play a city center close to the center, which is better. And then we start using some houses here to crack this rock down below. Like this. Keep playing some more houses. Lumber pack is better to crack rocks with. Lumberjack packs look like they're, yeah, great on this wall. Play one down here out of range of its friend. Probably not good to like put it right in range of the Sacred Stone. Good enough. Hopfield needs to go over here to help crack this rock. Mason should go down somewhere in the center, I believe, because this is where like all of my city centers are going to go. And then more houses beside the Sacred Rock. Okay, so where would I be blossoming on this one? Where I've started placing my, lumberjacks, actually. So I'm going to have to stop placing my lumberjacks there so that I have a better, blossom. So that blossom's going to earn me more points than whatever these sawmills and lumberjacks will. Farming pack, absolutely great to break rocks with. This is going to be very difficult to fit enough buildings around up here, so I'm going to start placing all of them up top. We can get another city center in the middle. It's also going to help start cracking the other rock to the side. This mason can do the same thing of cracking that rock. Next up, we've got a shaman. Shamans are going to be worth so much once we get our blossom, which we know it's coming. Unless I just hit a fluke of, like, getting the same, building twice in a row. Or the same boons exactly twice in a row. Houses here aren't worth much. I can crack this guy for 40 points, I would like to. Let's see what our next building pack is. Fountains, sure. Let's start playing more houses in the center. I would like to play mansions close beside these guys, but I don't really have very many options to, though. And I almost want to wait for like a second city center to play these guys on, or like wall platforms. So I'm gonna wait on them. Let's get a mason down here in range. Let's get, what's next? A lighthouse just randomly? I'd rather put down docks and harbors first before that lighthouse. Okay, so docks and harbors here, which then means that I'm going to be placing houses behind it for points. They're not many, but like it'll get me to the next pack, I guess. I guess I'll take a fisher since I have so many, points wrapped up in the docks and harbors. I would like to keep it that way. Yeah, 24 is good. I'll play one on the side and then one on the other side eventually. Mills. I guess I can place that. There's not too much of a point in waiting. Sawmills. This is going to be my blossomed area. I do want to give it some space. Let's grab that blossom and use it. I have also forgotten about using both of my seal boons here, so let's get those out of the way. And Blossom is going to blossom these trees, or these set, or this set. Yeah, okay, so Blossom isn't as powerful as I would have liked it to be. Ooh, it could be pretty powerful in the center, but I am going to leave it to the side here. I think just spamming a bunch of parks in this location, or... No, this location is better. Okay. And then we've got a wall platform to play, which is a very nice building for this early on. We can play a bunch of mansions above this city center, and they're going to be worth a lot of points. We can take the harbor pack, that's fine, and let's get these mansions down now. I should put that guy into the corner, but it's fine. I'm not going to undo the building. I am going to have a lot less building space up here, but the price I pay for playing fast. Come on, there we go. There's 18. I don't think I get any more. I do get one more up here. That's nice. This wall platform was not played low enough so that I could get mansions to score off of it from the bottom side, but it's fine. And now we've got parks to play. Inside the blossomed area, they're going to be worth a lot more points. There's not as many trees in here because I don't have verdures, but still better. Now looking at this, I don't think I should be valuing blossom too much. If I had verdures, much better, but I haven't been offered verdures at all. I wonder if they just don't give that to you as an option for this game. Be interesting. Wonder why they wouldn't do that. I don't want to play city center in here unless I get a neighborly. I'll hold on to my city centers then. I'll continue taking other buildings for now. A hop field goes down beside. We've already cracked this rock, right? Lumberjacks, we're going down over here, and I don't think I continue. I think I just stick them down here still. 8 is good enough. We've got a second mill to be played over here. Zoom in to make this easier. Okay. Then huts are waiting on city centers. Let's get the shaman down in the blossomed area. Yeah, no, they're not worth any points without a verdure. Don't make the same mistake as I did. Don't take blossom in the speedrun category. Good enough. We've also got a lot of harbors and docks, and I probably should have played that before the lighthouse. Yeah, I'm gonna actually undo that because it's gonna be a lot of points that I'm missing out on otherwise. Dock, come on. You can't fit back there, but a short dock probably can. This is what I mean by a short dock. It doesn't have the full like walkway. You could also be a short dock that fits back here, I believe. If you can't fit in that direction, you could in this direction. That works. And then you out front. And then we get a lighthouse to hit all of those buildings, and now you're worth 60. Yeah. Sauna. Tower. Ooh, and we have a third building pack. Warehouse. What's our next boon? Duplicate. What is it duplicating? Warehouse? Not yet. Don't want to do that yet. Mansions on top of this plateau are going to be worthwhile. And the first building that I play up there was not a mansion on top of a plateau. Crazy. They're not worth that much. I'd want to place them beside like a shaman or something, and it'd be worth roughly the same amount of points. Fountains, where can I put those guys for points? 19 over here, 24 here is alright. Ooh, 31 is much better. Let's get that done. And I'm going to play a city center far away from these guys, but so that huts in the center can score off of all 3 of them, and I'm just going to play all of my huts right away. Gonna hope that my Sonic can hit all of these huts and all of the trees at the same time, but that's really unlikely. Okay, we've got 2 building packs, Fortune Teller, which I'm just going to slap down now so I don't have to think about scaling it for later. 117 is pretty damn good. Sure, maybe huts are in range of that thing, don't know. We're going to try snaking our wheat fields over to be in range of this mill for an extra 5 points. We've got a good tavern location over here, but it's not beside the brewery, which doesn't scale it by much, actually. Let's just put it down here, then. A second plateau. I think I can get it in here. It's close enough. Doesn't get right up in line with the other one. We're gonna take everything but a seaweed farm pack, just because it's easy for me not to have to play aquatic buildings, not to have to think about them. I don't know why I don't like aquatic buildings, I just don't jive with them. 30 is good. Another hut in this area is great. It's 20 points. Let's see what that boon is, see if it's gonna change anything up for us. We've got sustainables and duplicates, which I need to remember about. Ooh, and a terrace. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate that terrace, actually. I know we don't have any masons, but it is a lot of space to build, what is it, residential buildings on. And we've got the city centers to support it. Okay, so there's one terrace I can go down. And then I'll place one outside of its range down here beside the city center. And then houses are predominantly going to go on these because they'll hit both of them. And then mansions on the bottom floor. So let's get those buildings placed. Again, not perfect. Hold on, is that perfect? Yeah, that is. Okay, there. Guess this one will also fit, hopefully. Yep. And you? Question mark? Yep. Okay, and now it's all mansions on the bottom. I only have 3 minutes left. This is going to be cutting it close. I need to start playing a bit quicker. Hey, and there's a terrace at base, which could be worth a lot. Where is it? All the way over here. Let's try to make it outside of range of both of them. I'm trying to play it for base points. I probably shouldn't have. It's fine. Let's play houses on these guys again. Okay, the more of these buildings we get down, the more, points like towers, or buildings like towers are going to be worth in the future. Ooh, a hermitage. Let's see if that has any spot beside the blossomed area that I have. It could have been worth 60 points, but I'm not going to futz around with it. Don't have the time. You can't make it down beside any of the hop fields, but this tavern is now going to scale off of 2 breweries and some around the houses. That's good enough. Then you. Okay, let's get some mansions set down around this thing. I've only got 2. That's crazy. What about parks in this area? Is that going to help out at all? I guess a fountain here could be worth a lot of points. It doesn't hit any of the buildings above it. That's not going to happen then. Where's the city center worth the base amount of points? I can just play it for 15, so I don't have to think about it. Jeweler needs to be beside mansions, which is all over here. So like this. Took way too long to play that building. Precious metal mine I don't want to look for. Let's place lumberjacks and then a sauna down in this area. So just nice and quick. For this to go down. Okay, and then sawmills in this area too. Monument. If I were to start spamming my parks in one area, I can get a good monument off, so let's start doing that. This. Okay, with all of those parks placed, this monument's now going to be worth like 100. Close to. Okay. Let's get this passing that wisp around still. These need to be played beside masons, but I actually don't have the space for it. So I'm just going to play it somewhere random for right now. Walls can be laddered, so we place one and we step it out a little bit, and we can place the next one for 42 points. The next one after 42 points. Oh, it's so hard to do that on controller. I don't think I'm going to be doing that again. Markets, do they have any space that they fit? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. We made it. I think I've got like 40 seconds left. Whew. And with no boons, no less. Well, okay, boons on the last one, but... Guys, I'm sorry. If you're playing on controller, there's no way that you're going to be able to, compete on the high score leaderboards on this. You're going to have to get the game on PC. There is verdure, and I just haven't seen it for the first 7 islands every time. Okay. When you're doing your own run, take verdure. It's going to make your life so much easier. Maybe I can get there to show you. I don't think I'll get far enough into the island, too. But, when I'm placing it, you'll see that it's worth 15 points. I can place it beside a statue to make it worth, 19. Yeah, so, here. All of that greenery just spawned. I can spawn this for, 5 points. It doesn't really matter. I'm just looking to spawn all that greenery. And then if I go to add a building, we've got even more verdures to play. So here and here. Come on, let me see a lumber yard or something. No, I'm not gonna get to show you. Well, reach Island 7 in the no time to dilly-dally challenge complete on a controller. I'm gonna make a edited guide of this, of strategies to go for, what islands you're looking for, and if you need to reset enough times to be able to get like sacred rocks or a statue, it's 30 minutes. It's not gonna take that long. You can always run it back. It's not like it's a 20 island run where you're spending 20 hours on it. It was fun to try playing on controller. I'm never gonna be doing it again. Not once. Have a good rest of your day, guys. See you around.